I don't have anything against people who want to write that hard scientific, based fiction. I really don't. And quite frankly, I admire it. It's just not me, And it's funny because as a sci-fi writer, you encounter that certainly every once in a while. You're not going to make everybody. This really becomes a question of your reader, right? Too. Like I write grounded sci-fi. I write stuff that is pretty practical, and like I said, I focus mostly on character. But every once in a while, you'll like just really piss off some reader because you got some little nuance of the science wrong, and that'll happen, and I feel badly maybe, but it really just shows you that the book's not for that person. Like if that's what they're looking for, there's other places to find that. That's not what I do. I
Yeah.
always feel bad if I get something
Yeah.
wrong, but
Who are you
I try
writing
to I try to
for?
get it all right. But,
Yeah. Who are you
yeah,
trying to appease? Yeah. And you can't
right,
make everybody happy.
yeah,
And to your point, the one geek who loses his mind over a technical detail, well, if you obsess over that technical detail, you lose 10 times that audience by folks who really don't care at all. And they would rather you just illustrate a compelling character with real obstacles that he needs to overcome. So there you go. I am arguably guilty of what I call over the head and between the legs. So my science fiction novel is super hard science. So I go all the way with cellular automata, with Boltzmann brains, with even some of the new tech, communications tech. I go nuts with Bitcoin, and I get very, very granular in a stylistic way. And I do this on purpose for a number of reasons. One, I love that kind of geekery. And I think it provided amazing counterpoint to the between the legs part, which is the anti-hero of my novel is a hustler, con man, Gen Z, Zoomer, BAP kind of guy, Bronze Age pervert,
yeah,
moron. And I love that hot and spicy, sweet and sour juxtaposition between the super hard science and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And if there's any way to describe my
yeah. It's awesome.
novel,
Yeah,
it's that kind of mix. And sometimes they're apart, and sometimes they wash together. And as a writer, I just got such a kick out of it. Now, the question becomes, are people going to read this? And I think they are reading this. And many folks are like, WTF? Like, what exactly is going on?
yeah,
Because it's unconventional and it's extreme. But you pays your money and makes your choice. I find it consistent. I find it
yeah, sure.
stylistically, it's Douglas Adams meets William Gibson meets Andy Weir.
Yeah,
And if you want to sell the screenplay that way, go for it. But it makes me so happy. I just loved writing it, and I would have it no other way. So it's fun as hell. And
yeah.
I think if you've
And
got
it'll
that,
find its
then
audience. It'll find its audience.
yeah. And, sometimes writers create their own audiences. So if you're doing something wacky and unconventional, it might take a while to break through. But once people get it, even a niche audience, then you've created your own target. And that could be fun in and of itself, too.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. No, I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, there's a million different ways, a million different flavors of science fiction for sure. Uh, well, pretty much all genres, but science fiction is unique because it does have these little pockets of fandom that we have to either
Fandom,
ignore completely because we
eccentricity.
can't put a finger on them or write. Yeah, exactly. Exactly
Yeah.
right.